Bo Nix has been one of my favorite players to watch all season. He has literally been amazing. He started off very rough, but against the Browns, he had an amazing game last night. Went 18 for 35, 294 yards, one pass touchdown, which was an absolute bomb to Marvin Mims. Ended up going 94 yards. This season, he has 2,842 yards, 17 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 87.9. Bo Nix has me feeling nicey right now. Listen. I think he's Rookie of the Year. There's really no way to say he's not. He has a franchise record for rookie touchdown passes for the Broncos. He's thrown 16. He's caught 1. He's a triple threat. He has recorded a passing touchdown, receiving touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. He is having a historic Broncos quarterback season, and nobody can tell me he's not. Let's get into it. This year, he has 21 total touchdowns, 16 passing, 4 rushing, and 1 receiving, and he is my pick for Rookie of the Year. He has been for some time now. Let's get into it. Let's get into the film, shall we? Now, I could talk about his stats all day, but film is another thing, and this is his, for anyone wondering, this is his reception touchdown that he got in Week 9 against the Ravens, and this was an amazing catch. Bo Nix is an athlete, man. He is an athlete. Look at that catch. Aggressive, goes up for it, and he comes down with the touchdown. Bo Nix has aura, ladies and gentlemen. They were leading the game 27-17. This game was a very fun one to watch, and Bo Nix unleashes this absolute dime. Now, I will let the play go, and then I will explain what is so special about this pass. Now, as you can see, they're in their 1-yard line. They're very backed up. However, and listen, yes, that is crazy seeing a 90-something yard pass like that from all the way back here. However, what I want to point out, when he releases the ball, it's on a line. It's not like a crazy lob. It's literally on a line, and it's as perfect as you can get it. Right now, I would say there's 5 quarterbacks in the league who can make that throw. I already know I'm going to get some hate for this, and people are probably going to disagree. Feel free to disagree, but I know people are going to wonder, who are the 5 quarterbacks you're talking about? Well, let's just go. Here it is. Number 1, I would say Josh Allen is making that pass. Number 2, believe it or not, I would say Lamar Jackson on a good day is making that pass. I would say 2024 Sam Darnold has a chance of making that pass. Justin Herbert has a chance of making that pass. And ultimately, Joe Burrow. You could disagree with me if you want, but that's from this season. Listen, hear me out, all right? Also, I think Jordan Love can make that pass as well. I would say there's 5 quarterbacks in the league who can make that throw. And even if we have the top 5 pure passers in the league, I still only say a couple of them hit that consistently. Now, Bo Nix is not too consistent. There was another 50-50 ball they threw later in the game, ended up getting picked. It was a slight overthrow. But this is special. This is special. I've made videos about the Broncos and Bo Nix for what seems like the whole season now. Look at that, man. Listen, credit to Marvin Mims for that catch and the run. That is an amazing catch and run. One thing I really love about this Broncos team is that they get a lot of yak yards. They get a lot of yak yards, and it really helps out Bo Nix. Now, I know people are going to want to compare him to Jaden Daniels, and I don't really know who else is in that Rookie of the Year contention. Brock Bowers, you idiot. Do you even watch football? Oh my god, dude. Jesus, man. In my opinion, it's between Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix. And listen, it is going to be close. It is going to be close. Jaden Daniels for this season, let me pull up his stats. Jaden Daniels has 2,800 yards this year with a 99.4 rating, which is honestly ridiculous. He has a completion percentage of 69.6, 15 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. Bo Nix has 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and a 63.8% pass completion. One thing I will say I do love about Bo Nix, this guy's a gunslinger, man. This guy's a gunslinger. You can easily cash on his yards over every game. He just loves throwing the ball. Courtland Sutton is a great receiver, but I still don't think that is his best weapon he can get. Once the Broncos give him actual weapons, and I know that is crazy to say considering he has Marvin Mims, Courtland Sutton. There's potential rumors about Jerry Jeudy coming back, but I don't know how true that is. Listen, they don't have a receiver like a Jamar Chase, a Justin Jefferson, a Malik Neighbors. They just don't have that. Courtland Sutton is great, and I think he's amazing, and I love him, and I was right about him, and I traded for him on my fantasy team, and I feel very good about myself. But they still need a wide receiver one, in my opinion. And once Bo Nix gets that, oh, the league is in trouble, man. The league is in trouble. League is already kind of in trouble. Look at his awareness. He's always looking for a pass down the field. Do y'all see this? Do you guys see this? Look at this other camera angle. He is always, this is one thing I love about Bo Nix. And I don't want to sound like I'm against dual threat quarterbacks. Bonix is somewhat of a dual threat quarterback. But one thing I like about him, one thing I really like about him that I've noticed, when he's running out of the pocket, his vision and his head are always looking downfield. He wants to throw the ball. He is athletic. He always wants to throw the ball. Look at that. He's scrambling, makes an amazing throw. By the way, Vele is also very good. I don't know 100% how to say his name. I think it's Vele. I've been watching a lot of Broncos games this year, but trust me, I'm just butchering his name, I think. But Bo Nix is very versatile. He's the type of quarterback you want when you're in a situation where plan A, plan B, and plan C falls apart, because he's very good at improvising. He's very good at getting out of the pocket. He's very good at scanning the field while he's getting pressured. And ultimately, he's just nasty, man. It's hard to not love this quarterback, Bo Nix. Literally, people were doubting him as if he's not an Oregon prospect. I don't know why they were doubting him. People were saying his arm strength was an issue. Clearly, it is not an issue. Also, I just want to make a quick mention to the defense. Nick Bonito is slowly becoming a household name. If you don't know, you should know. I'll put it up in the corner. I have another video talking about the Broncos in depth. Listen, I'm a Giants fan, but right now, it's so hard to not root for the Broncos, man. Rooting for the Broncos and the Lions, listen, bro, they deserve it. Their fan bases have been through hell. We also deserve it, but now's not our time, and I understand that, and it's okay. But listen, back on topic to the defense really quick. That defensive line is good, man. They are good. They are not the most dominant, I would say, but they are good enough to get pressure when you need them to. The Broncos are very scary heading into the playoffs. They are fighting for a playoff spot. If you would have told me last year that the Broncos in week 14 would be hunting for a playoff spot, I would literally call you crazy. So right now they're in control of the number 7 seed is what I'm looking at on CBS Sports. Right now the AFC playoff picture is Chiefs, Bills, Steelers, Texans, Chargers, Ravens, Broncos, Colts, Dolphins, and Bengals. Now the only one that have actually clinched is, I believe, the Chiefs and the Bills so far for AFC. Now, there are some strong teams in the AFC. Call me crazy, but I think Bo Nix can dethrone anyone. I think when everything is said and done, Bo Nix will be seen as a Josh Allen. Whether he gets the Super Bowls, Bo Nix, listen, once again, this is going to sound crazy, but he has a skill and the talents of a Patrick Mahomes, a Tom Brady. Listen, I could be overhyping him, but from what I've seen this far, this late into the season, when he started off the season so poorly because the team he's on is so bad, he started off the season with 4 interceptions and no touchdowns in the first 2 games, and since then, he's thrown 19 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. That's incredible. That's incredible. You don't see that a lot, man. You really don't see that a lot. And I know you could say, oh, he could have more yards. When Mahomes had 5,000 yards, at this point in the season, he had a whole nother 1,000 yards in him. And I understand that. But those seasons are anomalies. And he has an Andy Reid. He had a Tyreek Hill. He has Marvin Mims and Cortland Sutton. Okay, correction. Tyreek Hill, I don't think was there that year. Correction. I think Tyreek Hill was gone that year. But listen, he still had good receivers, okay? I would argue they were better than what Bo Nix and the Broncos have to work with right now. This guy is just special, bro. I'm going to read out his season stats, game at a time. I know there are a couple bumps. 138 yards, 246 yards, 216 yards, 60 yards against the Jets, 206, 216, 164. And this is where things really start getting juicy. October 27th against the Panthers, 284 yards. On the Ravens, 223 yards. On the Chiefs, 215 yards. On the Falcons, 307 yards. On the Raiders, 273. And on the Browns, 294. Bro, Bo Nix got me feeling nicey, man. I wish this was my quarterback. I wish this was my quarterback. Bonix is too nice. He is going to carry this team to do great things. Look at that pass. Look at that pass, bro. Look at that pass. It makes no sense. It really makes no sense how good he is. I don't understand how people wrote him off at the start of the season. I have a very close friend who is a Broncos fan. I am saving your life by not mentioning your name. You know who you are. You know who you are. You doubted your quarterback. You doubted your quarterback. Patrick Mahomes bullied you out of your division. You became a Niners fan. Don't forget. I will never forget that. I'm a bigger Broncos fan than you. Astaghfirullah. I'm a Giants fan. But listen, I know Broncos fans who gave up on their team. You know who didn't give up? You know who didn't give up? I never gave up on Bo Nix. Sean Payton never gave up on Bo Nix. And Bo Nix never gave up on himself. This is why you don't judge a rookie quarterback until things start happening. And by the way, Bryce Young potentially coming back after a phone call with Rod Wave. I don't know what Rod Wave told him to motivate him, but eventually Bryce Young figured it out and he is somewhat back. Now, back on topic. I have said everything I needed to say. I've said all the stats I've needed to put out there. And for some reason, I feel like some of you are still doubting Bo Nix. Now, it's a clean pass. Clean pass, clean pocket. He has a clean line a lot of times. I've seen that line fall apart. But as of lately, they've been giving him enough time. They've been giving enough time. Bo Nix is a guy that when the pocket falls apart, he maneuvers out of it. He's a very cerebral player, if I do say so myself. Somewhat of a Julian Edelman or a Lad McConkey. He's just one of those smart but listen, he is sneaky athletic, bro. He is very quick. He's athletic. He has an arm. You guys saw the catch earlier. He can catch the ball. And this is all why I truly believe he will get Rookie of the Year. Now, whether I think he will get it and whether he deserves it are two different topics. For the last few weeks, I've been saying he deserves it. But now I'm at the point where I truly think he has a significant chance and will get it. And that is why Bo Nix is my Rookie of the Year pick. Woo! If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. If you want more, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos. I've been a little bit busy recently. More videos coming soon, every single day. My name is Noah, and I'm out. Peace.